I'm an extremely productive human being. And I tell you, nobody cares about your story until you produce something at levels to where they're like, how did you do that?
My goal is to meet as many people on this planet as possible, people that are positive, people that have more time to create than to be critical, more time to hustle than they have to hate, and they want to actually add strategy and techniques that are proven to grow their business so that they can take care of their family and their church.
Grant Cardone, everybody! Woo! Get on your feet! Good to have you here.
Thank you. Wow, thank you so much. So nice. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Shit, I'm on vacation. I came here just to have a good time and drink and go out on yachts, watch the whales, smooch with my wife. So it's so nice to be here in a room of super excited people. And, there's not enough of this on this planet where people are gathering together not to argue and fight and debate, but to build something great. And I heard about Glenn. By the way, this guy is a genius, okay? How did she say it? How did she say that? He's a genius. I don't care if he's a genius. I'm like, I care that he's a genius. So, I heard about EXP about a year ago maybe a year and a half ago from Lisa Copeland. She's like, you got to meet this guy, Glenn Sanford. I'm like, yeah. I hear this every day. You got to meet this guy, and you got to meet that guy, and you got to meet this person. And so about a year later, I saw Glenn pop into a clubhouse. Any of you on Clubhouse? Oh, man, Clubhouse is, it's either the clubhouse or the trap house. But Clubhouse is an app like Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or LinkedIn or YouTube. These things that many of you are too old to understand. You are. You're like, I ain't got time for that shit. I'm watching a game. I don't have time for that, man. I'm running my business into the ground because I'm not doing anything right now except complaining. So the first time I saw social media was about 12 years ago, and I was in Los Angeles, California. It was 2010. The economy had just collapsed. How many of you got crushed from that little global spanking? Yeah. Well, when I get spanked, I learn, okay? Because I'm not taking the same spanking twice. It just will not happen. And when 2008 happened, Lehman collapsed. We were living in Los Angeles, a beautiful home there that we had bought, and we had the life made. I had 3 companies. 2 of them were doing pretty well. The third one was we were dumping money into real estate. And when 2008 happened, I remember watching TV in our living room, and Elena saw my face go white. The guy from Lehman, the couple from Lehman are walking out with their boxes, and I'm like, oh my God, the world just came to an end. And Elena's like, what's going on? She could see that something, as the person that was taking care of my family and my household, and my mission in life is to take care of my family and my household. That is my mission. Like everybody's wondering, what's my why? Take care of your damn family. How about before you save the world, save your ass? You know what I'm saying? And your mama and your daddy and your wife and your kids. Why don't you just take care of everybody before you take care of the whales? Because fuck, you got your hands full with your own life. I can't even manage 1,400 square feet. I'm gonna save the ocean. So you guys with me? Okay. So my wife's like, what's going on? I said, we're gonna die. And she's like, I ain't gonna die. She's like, you didn't get me into this telling me we were gonna die together. She's like, you need to figure this out. This is exactly what she said. Give her a big hand right now. That's what a good woman will do. We're from Louisiana, basically, okay? So when your wife from Louisiana, when they say, hey, figure it out, that means get your ass to work. Get back in there and figure out whatever the hell. Now, I got to bring you back a few years because before this, I was hunting her down. What do y'all call that? Recruiting. So I'm recruiting her. I met her in Los Angeles. I'm like, oh, my God, I got to get a listing. You know, I want to be on the market. I don't want this to be on the market too long. Okay, there's a shortage of this kind of inventory. Am I talking real estate talk right now? Okay, you guys understand this talk? Okay, I'm like, I'm willing to pay a broker fee. Shit, and I'm willing to take out a loan for this, right? 30 years, I couldn't think with 30 years. I was thinking about a weekend, all right? Short-term loan, but she was beautiful. I'm like, that's gonna be her. That's gonna be my wife. And I went and met her, and I said, my name's Grant Cardone, and she just like, how many single people in the room? Say 10X if you're single. Have you ever met somebody and you're like, man, that's the person, and they just look at you like you're Casper the ghost? She looked right through me like I wasn't even there. Okay, and I got her phone number from the guy that she was working with. I said, I need her number. Mitch is like, can't give you her number, man. It's against the rules. I said, Mitch, you're gonna give me the number. The question is not whether you're gonna give me the number. The question is when you're gonna give me the number, or where you're gonna leave the number. Or you could leave the number and drop the number right there. It could go right here, right? But you're gonna do it, Mitch, because I'm just gonna stay with you like a little kid. How many of you got kids? Mitch, I'm 4 years old. Give me the fucking number, okay? I'm gonna tear the damn trailer apart. He's like, here's the number, okay? So he gives me the number. I call her 26 times over the next 13 months. 26 times without a return phone call. And this is what the gentleman was talking about. You got to commit first. When you know something's right, folks, commit. Commit. Go all in on the deal. Nobody knows what you're up to. Nobody knows what's going on inside me. I called my mom that night and I said, I met my wife today. And she's like, well, have y'all been out? Where did y'all go? What did you do? I said, no, she hates me. And she's like, she hates you? Grant, it takes two. And this is what I knew from being in business. And if you're taking notes, it might be worthwhile. It does not take two to tango. It does not take two to make a marriage, and it does not take a buyer and a seller. What it takes is you. It needs to be you first. You have to decide they're selling the house, and you got to decide that they're buying the house before any house makes a transaction. I had to decide that she was going to be the girl before she could see that I was going to be the guy. You guys with me? All right? 26 phone calls. All of them were light. Hey, how you doing? You know, I didn't mention that she never calls me back. I didn't mention that she was breaking my heart every time she didn't call me. I didn't mention the fact that her best friend said I was too short. Okay? You guys know what all your objections are, don't you? Like her friend said, you're too short. I said, just tell me what the real deal is. I got to know what the objection is. I cannot handle the unspoken objection. What is the real deal? Grant, you're too short. I said, okay, what else? What else you got? You're not a Hollywood guy. She's an actress. I wasn't in Hollywood. I'm not an actor. Okay, good. What else? You're a businessman. She thinks you're too conservative. Okay, what else? What else you got? Well, you don't have a prison record. You don't have a prison record, no tattoos. She liked bad boys, okay? How many ladies here like the bad boys? Just be honest. Okay, be honest. Lady over here is like, yes, I love them, okay? So I just continue to pursue her because like somebody said earlier, sometimes people change. How many of you in the room have changed? How many of you in the room have changed? Exactly, you're gonna keep changing too. Some of you you're not gonna like. So I pursued her until one day, because I know this, okay? And you might wanna keep this in your collection of how you handle discouragement along the way. When you get a no, would you agree that no is a version of yes? How many would agree with that? Dude, look, I mean, think about it. What's the opposite of yes? What's the opposite of no? What's in between? Maybe. So I always tell people when they tell me no, I'm like, don't say no, say maybe. Okay, just say maybe. No, well, maybe, Grant, maybe, but not right now. Excellent, because I know no's can turn into yeses. I said no to a lot of things in life and then done them. You've walked into a casino before. I am not gambling tonight. I will not gamble. You came down to Cabo. I am not drinking while I'm here. Okay? Some of you came down. No enriched bread while I'm here. No chips, no guacamole, nothing. Okay? And as soon as you got down here, you're just like freaking hitting shots, eating guacamole, slamming it in your face, right? So, how do you get from no to yes? Just show up in Cabo. It's a maybe, right? How do you get somebody to say, go from not selling their house to yes, I will? Get to a maybe. And then follow them up. Okay? Look, I'm not a real estate agent. My wife is a real estate agent. She is now a licensed state of Florida real estate agent. 30 days, okay? I get involved with Glenn. Glenn's on the Clubhouse, back to my Clubhouse story, okay? And so I see Glenn pop up on Clubhouse, and I'm like, I bring him into this little room. It's a little app for you older people. It's an app, okay? It's what your kids are using right now. And I'm gonna tell you something, there's nothing but gold and possibility on these apps if you know how to use them. And one thing, I don't have a lot of time here with you today. I wish I had more time. I wish I had days with you because huh? Come on, man, make the time. I like that. And I appreciate you guys thinking enough of me to have me here. Brent, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate what you've built here. And just to be clear, I am not being paid to be here today, okay? Okay, I just want everybody to know, the IRS, if they're watching, because this is on video, okay? And I hate these people. How many of you hate the IRS? You should hate them, okay? We got that in common. I hate these people, okay? I got something for you right there, okay? Because I am a highly productive human being. I'm an extremely productive human being. And I tell you, nobody cares about your story until you produce something at levels to where they're like, how did you do that? This should be on your bucket list for everybody here. You're on your bucket list. Your production should be at levels where people are like, tell me your story. Because if they don't care, it's because you haven't produced enough to get bright enough, okay? Most of you in the room are just producing what you think is sufficient for you and your family, okay? Is it all right if I challenge you a little bit over the next 20 minutes? Can I challenge you? Say 10x if I can challenge you. So I don't want anybody leaving here bitching, moaning, and groaning that I came off too hard on you, okay? You guys with that? No criticizing, no complaining, nothing. You got it? Because sometimes people complain about me. They're like, the guy's too hard. He's too focused on the money game. Y'all need to watch Plant the Planet on Netflix. Okay? When you leave here, you need to get your team on a steady diet of the planet on Netflix. Okay? And you're going to see how animals live every day. Okay? In that environment, if you don't go out and get something and bring it home, your babies don't get fed. Many of you in the room are making targets based on what you need, not what the whole community needs. How many of you read the 10X Rule? Anybody here? Oh man, y'all got to read that book, okay? You got to read the 10X Rule. Nobody here read it. Yeah, I saw it in the bookstore and kept walking. You got one right there, ma'am? That's excellent. Can you bring it up right here? Let me sign it for you real quick, all right? You got a pen?
That's why I brought it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm going to sign it. I'm going to sign it right now. Okay, Jessica. Yeah, you guys should get this book. This book, thank you very much. This book, that'll be $500. This book is about how I got out of 2008, because how I got out of 2008 was not as important as how I got into it. If you got spanked before, it's because you were in the wrong place at the wrong time with too little. Okay? If you've ever approached bankruptcy, the broker that the gentleman was talking about that went bankrupt, it's because he didn't get big enough. Okay? You cannot fail when you get bigger and bigger. You have to keep scaling out your business. You don't have a choice. Your dreams have to be way bigger than what you're thinking about, folks. Because right now what you're thinking about is what you need. When I quit thinking about what I need, I started getting exactly what I needed and what I deserved. So the 10X concept is like, okay, how much would I need? How many people would I need to call on? Who would I need to be in front of? What would I need to do so that I never have to worry about money? Or when I'm worrying about money, I'm worrying about big money problems rather than little money problems. How many of you like to have some big money problems? See, I grew up in Lake Charles, Louisiana, okay? Single mother. My dad died when I was 10 years old. My mom was clipping coupons. She had a drawer in the house. How many of you grew up with a parent that was clipping coupons? How many of you grew up in a household where you heard this? Help me here if you know the answer to this. A penny saved is? Yeah, money doesn't grow on? Save for a? Yeah, that's all dumb. How about this one? Money won't make you? And the person that told you that never had any money. Okay, because money won't make you happy. The two things, happiness and money, should not be in the same conversation. They have nothing to do with one another. When I'm going to get money, when I'm trying to get money, I am not trying to get happy. I'm not looking for happy when I'm going for money. I'm looking for money. So when people tell you, why you work so hard? Because I'm trying to get some money, punk. Man, why you keep calling these people? Because I'm trying to get what I deserve. Man, why do you take off weekends? Because weekends do not make you stronger, they make you weaker. I have a couple businesses this year will do $150 million. My real estate, we have $2.5 billion worth of real estate that we own that produces cash flow. Almost 10,000 units that $2,200 a month. Do the math on that. Things are very good at our place. And I'm like, why don't you become a real estate agent? Okay, average real estate agent makes what, $25,000 a year or something? $25,000 a year, okay, right? Something like that? It's sad. It's sad, and I want to talk to you about the finances right now, okay? Somebody said about not chasing squirrels. I think she was talking about chasing other opportunities, is that right? Okay, but also, you guys need to think about not chasing squirrels that don't get your opportunity here. Because they're squirrels, they're gathering nuts. Like, oh, I can't, I don't want to put signs up. I'm like, dude, move on. You need people, I need people in my life that are heavily financially motivated. I hear everybody talking about their wives and their kids and oh my God, life is to be lived. You cannot live on this planet without money, folks. Okay? Nowhere can you go and buy something, the yacht, the experience, the weekend, to come down here. Did they charge you guys for your hotel room? Or did they take a happy check? You can, I'd like the suite. I'd like the presidential suite for the family. Okay, sir, that will be $12,000 a night. Baby, do we have any happy left? They don't even take that in Mexico. They take, what do they take down here? They take American dollars on a, probably won't even take cash today. If you brought them a bag of cash, they'd be like, we'd rather have the American Express. Right or wrong? So I would look for people today that are financially motivated, that want to make more money, and that understand that financial illiteracy is what's hanging people up from their dreams. You got people, hey, what do you want to do? Well, I want my time off. What are you going to do with time off? You ain't got any money. The hell, man? You want to know the cause of depression? Too much time and too little money. Give me a job, give me a mission, give me something to do, give me possibility, give me a payoff. Because I'm gonna tell you something, you guys say you're not motivated by money, but I'll promise you this, when there's a big enough stack, a big enough reward, something significant enough to change your life significantly, like to go from here to another place. The gentleman that came here from another country, what's that guy's name? Where's he at? Oh my God, man, that guy touched my heart, right? Where's he at? Where you at, dude? But those stories are in America too, where people in America are living in lower class or middle class families, and they make a launch out. I made a launch out. I was in a middle class family, raised by a single mother. We had a roof over our head, 3 meals a day. I had all the love I could do, but God, we had no money. And when you don't have money, you have fear. When you don't have the right vehicle, when you're in a vehicle, you're working real estate, and the most you can make is 3%, and they're going to chop you. You know they're going to chop you. You know the seller's gonna cut you up. 3%? You got me $2 million over asking. And you want 6%? And I gotta split it with my wife? Right? How many of you get chopped up? You're getting chopped up because you're not professional enough yet. When they're still asking for your fees, they are saying, hey, you are still not the player that deserves a full fee. So you got to change your game now, man, particularly with inventory problems that you have right now. You're going to continue to have this inventory problem, folks. This is not going away. Housing prices over the next decade will not go down. They will go up. They will continue to go up. You're looking in a rearview mirror thinking about what, oh shit, I should have bought everything. Because you should have, by the way. But you didn't. Because you didn't sell enough to have enough to buy enough. Right? And you were sitting in the market. You were sitting in the market. How many times have you said, this is a good deal? How many of you in the room have said that before? This is a good deal. Why don't you buy it? Oh, because you can't. Because you didn't. See, you didn't do enough to put yourself and your family in a situation where you could, and that's what happened to me in 2010. I had not done enough. I had 3 successful businesses. All 3 of them got cut off because of this mortgage thing that some of you in the room were involved in. Okay, I don't blame you. Squeezed the whole world had this big contraction, and everybody got hurt from it, okay? And at that moment, you found out how strong your business was. You had the same experience last year during COVID. How strong were you? Okay. EXP will probably be the big beneficiary of COVID. Because people will be like, I don't need an office. That's stupid. Why do I need an office? Okay. One of my first notes today was about the office. I'm going to tell you, out of the $3 billion worth of real estate that I bought, I have never, ever closed a real estate deal in somebody's office. Hey, can you come sign? Can you come sign at our office? No, I cannot come sign at your office. Okay, this was before DocuSign, okay? Do you have a fax machine? Okay, why would I come visit you and the title company and the escrow people, sit around with a bunch of people that can't buy what I just bought? It's stupid. Why am I going to do that, okay? You want to come to my house? Nah, I don't think so. You know, you stay there, I'll stay here, let's do a deal. You know why? I got to pay for this shit. So the best thing for me to do is get back on the phone and start paying for stuff. I need to be on the phone, folks. You need massive, massive levels of activity going into 2021. Because the other brokers, remember, there's great brokers and there's everybody else. There's great agents and everybody else. You got to decide to be in this top 5%. And do not even look at anything the other 95% of the people do. I know this is a cruel, hard message, but they're not paying me. If they were paying me, I could give you a soft, loving message. Okay? I don't care if you guys like me or not. What I care about is whether you like you or not more at the end of this year than you did at the beginning of the year. Because that's the target, man. I got to love myself. I got to like me. Okay? I'm not trying to produce for the rest of the world. I'm trying to produce for me. I'm not even trying to produce for my kids and my wife. Yeah, they're beneficiaries. But look, if I can please me, if I could shock myself, okay, would I be able to take care of my wife and kids? My kids, man, they're lucky to be along for the ride. Little freeloaders. Okay, we don't check with them when we're deciding to do something. We're going to Cabo. I don't want to go to Cabo. All right, we still going. I'm with you. How do we get from no to yes? Maybe you're going, okay? And we're going to go there. And they're going to get on the plane and we're going to go. Like somebody at your company, your household needs to make a decision. Hey, what's the best thing for the household? Elena and I have it chopped up, okay? There's certain things she makes decisions on, certain things I make decisions on. We don't second guess people's decisions. Until that person's repeatedly making mistakes in that area, hey, go ahead and do it. If you get a 95, you get to keep that job. Okay, as long as I got a 95, remember, I talked her into going out with me. You understand? I closed the deal. 3 things you should be investing in 2021. Number 1, these things will never let you down, folks. Number 1, you should be investing in yourself. Some of you got more money in Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citibank than you do in yourself. Your self-improvement is a no-brainer, okay? There's no money, nothing no book I've ever read that somebody can take away from me. It's impossible. Give me one piece of data that's good for me. Give me one experience that's positive for me. No one can steal it, you can't tax it, and it cannot be depreciated. See, like I got no money on me right now. How many of you saw Undercover Billionaire? Yeah, you should take a look if those of you didn't see it. You don't need money to make money. Okay, you need people. As long as you're willing to extrovert yourself into the community and meet people. Hey, how you doing? What's up? Who are you? I'm a guy. Like you don't even know how to do it right. You just need to be like, hey, what's up? Everybody try this. What's up? No, what's up? See? People can be like, what's wrong with him? You should practice that this weekend. Every time you go to the restroom or go to the bar, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Who? Hey, what's up? You know, just say hi to people. Just get used to extroverting yourself onto people, because people that you don't know have everything that you want. And it's going to make you feel better about you. I invest, number one, in me. Number two, I invest. I will never give the bank money until I invest in my business. I'm never going to save money at Wells Fargo. Cash is trash, folks. How many were taught you were brought up cash is king? It's garbage. It's pieces of paper. If you saw the stock, if you saw the dollar as a stock in the last 55 years, it's going down like this. The graph is straight down, almost a 90% depreciation value. You would never invest in that stock. But what do you guys do? Work your ass off, trade time for money, take the money and save it so it gets depreciated. What does the bank do as soon as you give it to them? They call me up. Hey, Mr. Cardone, can we lend you some of these people's money? They're hardworking people. They were working their asses off on the weekends, trading time for money, and they came and gave us the money. It's amazing these people do this over and over again. I'm like, please send it over. Okay, the third thing I would invest in, once you and your business are doing well, by the way, you'll know, it's not even a question. If you're calling me up like, when should I start investing, Grant? If you're still asking that question, you don't have enough money. It will be so obvious to you. Your business is on banging, it's banging, 12 cylinders, just banging, man. Listings coming in, sales being made, people talking about you. Your freaking numbers are going like this. Everything's like straight up and vertical. Then you should invest in something where you cannot lose your money.